This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are sent to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice? Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley... Oh, no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5. Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me. Oh my God, it's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process. All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course, going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is, a breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere. Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay. It looks like they're ready for you. Go get them. Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. What a beautiful room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story. I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on. You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take, too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about, and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, It had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Well, try the other one then. And finally, he pushed the number 9. Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find and coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Took me 83 minutes to finish the game. That's insane.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
That's it. I swear to God, if it restarts my game. Okay, here we go again.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Where the hell am I going? You know what? I might just start playing.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, so I wasn't supposed to jump. Okay, bro. Okay.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game? and we'll try to get back to what the
Not
Stanley
again,
Parable is really
bro.
about.
Not
No frills,
again.
no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. Bro. Okay. This is a new place. Yeah.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Yo, that's how I died. There's no way. That's how I died the first time. Wait a sec. Okay.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had... always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
You know what, I might
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I might just start playing VAL at this point. Okay, I'm done. We'll just put unrated because why not? Yeah, I ended up playing VAL, bro. Huh. Nice. Why is it taking so long for me to find a freaking game. Like one. And then I'm done. Give me one.
Match found.
There we go. Fracture.
They have no idea how heartless I am.
Hey, we had 25 viewers today, like, watching right now. Nice. I think that's the most viewers I had in a month. I think. Or since I've started streaming. No idea. But thank you for watching the stream. Is this guy not gonna peek, bro? Pick your agent, bruv. Nope. Pro did not pick. What agent should I play? What agent should I play next game?
Match found.
Give me a tough challenge. What agent should I play? Yeah, I think I played with this guy before.
No.
I've got all the time in the world.
Bro, I swear to God.
Match found.
I've got all the time in the world.
Why did this guy make me pick his agent? Bruh. And we dodged again. It's 3:42 a.m. Please.
Match found.
Please. Stop dodging, bro.
They have no idea how heartless I am.
I do not care anymore. Playing Reina. Just pick. Finally.
Dropships, artillery, SOPs.
Reloading. Just your typical retirement.
Obscuring vision. Recovering it. Recovering it. Obscuring vision. Reloading. Reloading.
Not so fast.
Blasting them.
I must wait a moment.
One enemy
enemy remaining.
He lost their life or mine. Do not let my double shoot you. You will die.
Okay, Morocco, look alive. Concealment!
Enemy spotted. B.
Reloading.
Concealment!
There.
Pulling them in! Right there!
Locating targets.
One enemy remaining.
Here. Launching missile.
Reloading.
Flawless.
Bravo! You all
Weapon
did
here.
beautifully.
They don't like losing. They should do something about it.
Yes.
I am with you. We are strong.
Nope.
Reloading.
Reloading. Locating targets.
Reloading.
Grenade live.
Still inside.
Concealment! Blocking vision! Pulling them in!
Enemy A.
Reloading!
Still inside.
Planted the spike. My ultimate.
Last player standing.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
O concerto solidário de auxílio à realidade para esta semana está esgotado, mas estão a ser agendados mais espetáculos. As novas datas serão publicadas no nosso calendário de eventos.
Coward, run!
Enemy B. Reloading.
Daggers go good. Bye-bye! Blocking vision! Concealment!
There.
Pulling them in!
Cutting their vision. Plant the spike.
Our spike carrier is killed.
Cutting their vision.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Weapon here.
30 seconds left.
Weapon choice. It is so personal, no? You pick a gun and it tells me who you are.
Take control.
My ult is ready.
Drone going out. Grenade is live.
Reloading.
There.
Reloading.
Stealing sight. You had your fun. My turn.
Last player standing.
Spike down
30
A.
seconds left.
My people, are you ready? You must cultivate a sense of calm.
I need a drop.
Rise and bring glory. They are so dead.
You're not.
Oh, I'm enjoying this. Spike planted.
Beautiful.
Launching missile.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Clutch.
We have plenty of time, oh. Here and now.
And now. Nice spot first.
Get out of my way!
Begins.
Enemy spotted A.
Missile
Concealment.
deployed.
Blocking vision. Reloading.
Reload.
Reloading. Drone going out. All right. Grenade is live.
Pulling them in.
Stealing sight.
Obscuring vision.
Cutting their vision.
One enemy remaining.
Swag.
Planted the spike.
Need that back.
Reloading. One of my cameras is broken. Oh, wait. Okay, it's fine.
You want to play? Let's play.
Someone is B.
Last player standing. Spike down B. Long.
My city needs me. I can't be away for long. Let's end this quickly.
Variação estabilizadora. Laranja. Tenha isso em consideração nos planos.
Focus now. Eyes off me.
No. Parasite.
Weapon here.
Reloading.
Reload. Drone going out.
Obscuring
That's a
vision.
kill.
Pulling them in.
One enemy remaining.
Knocking them.
Last player standing. Ace.
Taking that back.
Let us see what they have planned for us this time.
Já se encontram à venda bilhetes para o festival Fado do Bairro. Aconteceu ainda hoje.
Bonne chance, mes amis.
Grenade is live.
Blocking vision. Conceal. Pulling
Still in
them
sight.
in. Right there.
Spike planted.
Still in sight.
One enemy remaining.
Obscuring vision.
A gift. Trust me, they will make mistakes. When they do, take advantage.
Reloading.
Need a drop. Thank you. Impressive.
Enemy
Grenade is
spotted A.
live.
You disappoint me. Cutting their vision.
Concealment. Pulling them in.
Cutting their vision.
Spike down A.
Our spike's down.
One enemy remaining.
You had your fun.
Last
My
player
turn.
standing.
Many enemies A.
Last round in the half.
Hey, hermanos, spend everything you have.
Woo! Let's start.
They are so dead.
Face your fear!
Blocking
Too
vision.
suppressed.
Covering it. Taking that back. Get out of my way.
Found you. No, careful now. Yes, this should do.
Mark the spike.
Careful
Enemy
now.
in attacker spawn.
They found my wire. Careful now.
Ignition.
They planted the spike.
Concealment. Enemy punished.
Missile deployed.
Concealment. Pulling them in.
One enemy
I
remaining.
killed them.
Reloading.
Last player standing.
Blasting them.
Clutch.
Should've slept.
You.
Switching sides.
Killing them is easier than all this radio night business.
Maravilhas tecnológicas encerra daqui a 15 minutos. Agradecemos a atenção.
Obscuring vision. Right there. Concealment.
I take them out. Serious dead fool.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
They're just batteries. I may need a recharge. They forget their place.
Unsuppressed.
Shoot. Embarrassing.
Spike down A. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Resource. Still in sight.
Need that back.
Weapon here. Spike defused.
As much as this world hurt me, it's mine, and I will kill to defend it.
I will find you.
Need that back. Taking that back. Recovering it. Obscuring vision. Killer.
One enemy remaining.
I took care of
Spike spotted. A.
it. Make peace with yourself before you pull the trigger. No one else can judge you.
Does anyone have funds?
Rise and bring glory. Recovering it. Blocking vision.
Face your fear! Spike planted.
One suppressed.
Next.
Grenade is live.
Last player standing.
All missiles away.
I call you Chale because it means you're my friend. But maybe I should call you Kwasia because you follow.
No prisoners.
Here they are.
The hunt begins.
Disappointing.
One enemy remaining.
Had your fun. My turn.
One enemy remaining.
Places it feels.
These guns we use are okay, but I will also bring my own. No offense.
Need a drop. Need a drop. For you, hermanita.
You want to play? Let's play.
Suppressed.
Cage triggered.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Cage triggered.
Take a breath now. Release the tension. Good? Let's go.
Tem alguma questão sobre o Jardim dos Heróis? Os nossos guias estão dispostos a ajudar.
Need a drop.
Locating targets. 3 suppressed.
Blocking vision.
This is how it ends. Missile deployed.
Grenade is live. Multiple enemies.
Reloading.
Spike down B.
That's 3.
One enemy remaining.
Spike spotted. B.
Flawless.
Guys are so much better than my last team.
Will they try the same old tricks?
Now, where to set up shop?
Get out of my way.
Too rich.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
You are so disappointing. Their lives are so meaningless. Might as well give them to me.
Need a drop.
Here. Trap destroyed. Two suppressed.
Obscuring vision.
Spike planted. Face your fear!
Grenade is live.
Concealment.
One enemy remaining.
Cutting their vision.
Reload.
Right there.
Deep breaths, everyone. Your hearts are pounding.
Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Where is everyone hiding?
No worries, Charlie. No worries.
The hunt begins!
My eyes are down. Well divided. Tripwire destroyed.
Last player standing. Spike planted. Long. Match point.
Remember, wipe the pins from your guns.
You know something thank you. Does anyone have funds?
Bro, can I team with you and Astra? I want your skin, bro. I want your skin. Forever.
I am with you. We are strong. My camera is destroyed. Careful now. My ultimate is ready. On my wire. Enemy spotted B.
They found my wire.
Spike planted.
This is how we dance.
Cutting their vision.
Here.
Enemy B.
Concealment. Reloading.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Attackers win.
You want to play? Let's play.
Match found.
Wait, 999 is my Smurf account.
Anybody awake?
My Dota.
I've got all the time in the world.
Kiwzu. Kiwzu.
What's up?
Yo, what's up, bro? My name is Green Giant. I am playing Valorant with my sister. My sister is Sage, but she sucks at the game.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
It's okay.
Actually?
Okay. Bro.
She be sucking dick for life, bro. She said she would suck ISO's dildo.
Bro, what the
My reflection is
He's joking, guys. He's joking. He's
Do me a
joking.
favor, cariño.
No, I'm not. You
No.
showed me. You showed
No.
me. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
Chamber.
What are you doing? What are you talking about? Stop.
You showed me when you're beating your meat to Joseph. Who did you?
No, this is not my freaking brother. Oh. Stop.
Daddy dun 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 dun. Daddy dun.
There we go. Go there. Go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Have fun. Bye. Nice one, buddy.
That's what you get, jackass.
What the fuck are you making? Oh shit.
Hey, you heard me, buddy.
Down B.
Shut your dumb ass up, nigga.
Last player standing.
Hey, shut up, jackass.
Shut up.
Chambers low. Chambers low.
Yo, stop spamming your ult, bro.
Nice try.
Yo, how low is this chamber?
How was the chamber? I don't know.
Sage.
I don't know, it's on the other team, idiot.
Could you give life? I take it.
I like tells you.
Blind there, scout. Watch it, jackass. Can you stop?
That's what you fucking get, kid.
Fuck your mommy, mate. What the fuck do you mean, jackass?
Why you whispering? Why you whispering? Why you whispering?
Because I can, nigga.
Why you whispering, bro?
Last player standing.
Yo, nigga, can you
Spike
shut up?
planted.
You gonna wake up your parents, bro?
Yo, wait.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Pew pew.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3.
Nice try.
Oh, this reminds me of this one time where I, Actually, never mind.
handle B.
Oh shite, I lost my pet rock.
You want to play? Let's play.
Show me a target.
No targets.
Spike down B.
Enemy A.
I need healing.
Enemy spot. For you.
One enemy remaining. Thirty seconds left.
Drop in a smoke.
嘿，别往心里去。
Dual ace.
Last round before the switch.
Freaking good, watch this. Let's get that dual ace.
I'm about to do an ace in your butt right now.
That shit sounds hella fun.
Bet.
Breaks over. Fire in the hole!
Oh. You have lost your mind. Nah, that's too funny, man.
No bother. My ult is ready.
Spike planted.
Like I never left.
Left click to shoot.
Last player standing.
Enemy removed. My ultimate is ready. Your duty is not over. That was weird. My territory, my rules.
Can't stand there, Sage. Can't stand
One
there.
enemy remaining.
Yeah, no.
Last player
Sorry.
standing.
I didn't mean to park there.
Diffuse.
Hey, Jackass, you saving again or what?
I'll see you in a minute.
Saving for the next half. Probably.
Switching sides.
Charge and shoot. Easy enough.
Peace.
His parents woke up. His parents woke up.
Appreciate the orb.
Enemy spotted B. You're done.
No peeking.
Enemy spotted B.
Reloading. Barrier created. Hi.
Bye.
Light planted.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
1 HP. 3 left. Grabbed. Oh shit. You're hella tough, Sage. It's fucking
Thank you.
Breathe. Then commit.
Cutting their vision.
Stopping fire.
Dropping smokes. Enemy spotted. A.
Here's right here.
One enemy
One
remaining.
dead.
Reloading.
Let's go B.
Spike down.
Spike down A.
Okay, I'll take a B.
I got you, bro.
Hey, can you handle this raining for me? It's kind of bothering me.
Yeah, don't worry, bro. Round's already won.
Reach. Still on site?
Yep.
No peeking.
Are we dead ass?
You have
Give me that.
fun.
Nice.
After Clove did all that, bro.
All right, lucky socks. Don't fail me now.
Yo, you did not help me, bro. You were trying to fucking nerf my shit.
Trying to fucking fuck me? Yeah.
Just cause I hit the one tab, don't act like you try to help me, bro. You little saver, you little jackass.
We're close. Hit them hard.
You ever watch Happy Gilmore?
Yep.
Or that's all I think about when you say that.
Making cover.
That movie's good as hell.
Reloading.
Focusing.
Dropping smokes.
Destabilizing.
Enemy spotted.
I need healing.
Chambers flank. Chambers flank.
Last player standing.
Damn. Hey.
Wait. Okay.
Dude. Wait, that's lucky how embarrassing.
He got that. He got that.
Every fight is a lesson.
Wait, bro.
Bro, he caught me right as my dismiss ended. I no bullets.
That's just
He's got that. He's got it. He got it. Got it. So if I like add everybody's goals on this team, that's me. Okay, never mind.
Move.
I'm locked, bro.
Cutting their vision.
Making cover.
Go.
Enemy missed.
Oh, where's me one? Where's me one?
Your duty is
Wait, no, he's on the other end. Oh shit!
So
Oh, yeah, you're top safe.
Back where I belong.
Let's go.
Cutting their vision.
I think you forgot I'm still alive, bro. Never did.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
I'm about to get this guy back shots.
Spike planted.
Chill. Let me give him some back shots.
Ooh, W knife. Wait, actually, W knife.
Good ass back shot.
Sudden death.
I reckon I'll take a kip after this. I've earned it.
Who's trying to surrender? Be honest.
Who's trying to?
Probably this dickhead Clove.
Yo, that's
Trying to
what
give
I'm
up,
saying,
bro.
Clove. Like, greatness is right around the corner for us.
Type for me, Clove. Type for
Just
me.
gotta
Type
close
for
it
me.
out.
Not type for me.
Yo, why are
Yeah,
so real
yeah.
quiet now? Like, we're the ones that were like talking at the beginning.
Well, ISO's parents woke up, so he can't
like
talk
hush
anymore.
mode. Some of that. I want to blind. You're gonna swing them. Just chill on them. He's gonna be standing right here.
No prisoners.
Fucking shit on this guy. Right here.
Cutting their vision.
Stopping fire.
Reloading.
Breaking them.
Fucking.
Our spike carrier's down.
Spike down
spike.
A.
Nah, cause bro, that actually like hits if you're actually trying. Bro. Like actually.
I'm just an ammo conserver.
Yeah, bro.
Drop in a smoke.
What's up? Bang!
Oh.
Last player
Oh
standing.
shit. The fuck?
Spike
Here you go, Clove.
planted.
Come on, Clove, talking all that shit. Talking all that shit.
Chambers.
Oh, don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. Oh my god. Jeej dickhead. Yeah.
Defenders win.
Bye guys, good night.
Good night, Sage. Let me know if you want to like fuck.